My name's John. I'll be your host for the evening.
Hi, John.
Hey. Oh, I don't know who that is. Who loves me?
It was me.
It's always that. It's because we dress alike, so. So I was watching TV the other day, and I saw this commercial with Jenny McCarthy on it for the e-cigs. Y'all know what e-cigs are? Yeah, e-cigs. And her whole spiel for the e-cig is, I smoke e-cigs and I don't want a man that smokes because I don't want to kiss somebody that smells like an ashtray. And I thought to myself, that's cool, Jenny. I don't want to kiss somebody that tastes like 100 dicks, so we're never done. We had a friend of mine, Jason. Jason was telling me a story about this thing he did back in baseball called dick stretching.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, but mine was more like, what? Does that work? So he told me about it. He goes, well, what you do, man, is you just tug really slow and stretch your dick. And I said, no, that's masturbation. And he's like, no, dude, it's not masturbation at all. It works best in a hot shower. And I was like, masturbation? I was like, man, you know, I gotta tell you, I know that shit doesn't work. He's like, how do you know? You've never done it? I was like, because I've been tugging on my shit since I was 12 and it hasn't got any bigger. Just saying. So I was thinking about prisons the other day. It's good segue there. Wouldn't it be cool if prisons were more like zoos? You could take your family to go check out the caged animals. You can bring your kids, like, come on kids, we're going to LCDC today. Come on, come on. That's in Lexington, if y'all don't know. Some of y'all might find out tonight, depends on how much you drink. So like you take the kids, like, come on kids, come on, we're gonna go look at the caged animals. And you're like, look in cell number 1, isn't it cute? Oh, there's 2 of them, they're friends. Oh, look, they're hugging. Oh, they're fucking. Let's go this way. Let's go to the next one. You go to the next cell and it's like, oh, that's so cute. What's he doing in the bowl? Oh, he's throwing his feces. Because that's what prison's like. Just lots of feces throwing and fucking. Yeah, it goes there with me. Y'all ever seen the movie The Ring?
Yes.
So those of y'all who've never seen the movie The Ring, it's about a little girl that gets thrown in a well by her mom because her mom's got great parenting skills. And then her mom kills herself. Again, great parenting skills. And then there's this VHS tape that she made from the well, where if you watch it, you get a phone call at your house, and you get a voice that goes, 7 days. And then in 7 days you die. That's The Ring. Spoiler alert from 10 years ago. So I thought to myself about The Ring, if I ever watched that tape, it would be kind of hard, because 1, I don't have a VCR. And then I thought to myself, I don't have a home phone. I don't have a well. I don't know anybody with a well. So I was wondering, like, like for modern times, did she update everything? Like, she'll text you. It's like, 7 days. Or like it's Facebook, it says message from girl in well, 7 days. Or she's like on Instagram with her other fucking well bitches duck facing. Like, 7 days. Y'all ready for your first comedian? Yeah! I'll tell you, this guy, no bullshit, he was in like, because like before you get on stage, you gotta get pumped up, right? You get all pumped up. And this guy was in the other room getting all pumped up, and I'm like, what are you listening to? He's like, Lose Yourself by Eminem. Like legit. He's like a really funny guy, he works here, and he's awesome, and he's way huge dude. I love this guy. Please put your hands together for Mr. Joe Coughlin.
gonna have to put this in the middle. Drink is more important than you people, sorry. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I fucking listen to Eminem. Eminem's a badass, alright? He can say whatever he wants and just accent it with BLOW! Or You know, like, I wish I could do that as a comic. Why'd the chicken cross the road? Probably to avoid danger or get some food. BLOW! Why? So, I used to actually work for SCDC, and it's a bunch of fucking and shit. So yeah, I quit. That was a very accurate joke there. But now I work here, and I'm a comedian. Not getting a lot of revenue out of this thing, but anyway, I realized how much of an asshole I was the other day. I was talking with John earlier, and I was at the bar, and this girl came up, and she was really cute. And she was like, hey, this guy. And we started talking. I guess girls just come up and start talking to bartenders. I didn't know that. So like 10 minutes in, I think we really hit it off. And she was like, so me and my boyfriend are going to get this cabin up in the mountains. We're going to go skiing. It's going to be great. My friends are going to come up. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. In my head, so me and my boyfriend. Shit! That one didn't work, John. We thought that was going to work. So when I was a kid, I was born in Cleveland. My dad called me up one day, called me and my brother in. He's like, hey guys, come here. And we walked in the room, and he was standing by my goldfish bowl, menacingly. He's like, what did you guys forget to do? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. I had a bad mouth as a kid. He's like, I don't know. He grabbed one goldfish, put it in his mouth, and ate it. Just right in front of me. I was like, Nemo! He's gone. He's gone. He's like, what did you guys forget to do? I was like, shit, Tom, what did we forget to do, man? I don't know. Did we not clean the garage? He's like, nope. Grabs the other one. Timmy's gone. Just got little Sammy swimming left. I was like, shit, did I not pay my taxes? Fuck, I'm 4. I don't pay taxes. I don't know. I don't know. He grabbed the last one and eats it. I'm devastated. All of my fish are gone in like 1 minute. He starts laughing his ass off. He's like, come here. I walk over there. The goldfish bowl is empty. Behind the goldfish bowl is a bowl with water and little baby carrots in it. So he was like grabbing it out, and I saw the water, I saw the orange. It looked like he was eating my goldfish. And I was like, oh, thank God. So where are my goldfish? He's like, oh, they died this morning. I flushed them. This is life, bitch. Buckle up. So I have a psychiatrist. That's a fucking segue for you. The receptionist at my psychiatry office is a very attractive female. What the fuck am I supposed to do in that situation, you know? What's up, shorty? What your name is? You come here often? 'Cause I do. You can call me UN Staple. I'll be paying in cash. My credit is atrocious. My psychiatrist asked me what I think about during the day. And I was like, well, I don't think Hitler was that bad of a dude. Stay with me. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I just think he was misunderstood. He woke up one day, opens his fridge, all of his OJ is spoiled. He's like, gosh, Jason. Hans, get rid of Aussie juice. I was asked to do a clean show one day, and like the guy that was running the show was like, I need you to do a kosher show, like no cussing and everything. That's my most kosher joke, and that's just, woo! Gas chamber full of irony. I've got one good fan right now. I don't sleep a lot, and I was like, Doc, I don't sleep a lot. I don't know what's going on. I was like, well, I think you have a sleeping problem. I was like, how much of your medical school did you put into that fucking diagnosis? Actually, the other day I was sleeping very well. It was the best sleep I ever had in a long time. My fucking airbag went off. It's not a snooze on that motherfucker. You're awake and you know it! Says I have an anger problem. That fucking pissed me off. But like I said, I do work at the bar now, and I think it's helping with my anger. Because usually what I'm thinking is, I'm gonna take your face and break everything in the floor right now! But what comes out is, you did say ranch, I'm sorry. I think the Egyptians were stupid.
Oh, God.
Maybe I shouldn't tell this one. Oh, God. You know they locked, when they buried their pharaohs, they dressed them all up, gave them all their diamonds and whatever the fuck pharaohs wore, and they put like wine in there and honey and all this good shit, and then they put their servants in there. Their actual living servants. It's like, yeah, go serve him in the afterlife. And they're like, okay. I'm sure they didn't know, you know? Just sitting there. Can I get you anything? Shut up. Shit. So just chill here. She's pretty cute. Maybe I can get her hieroglyphs later. It's a pretty big rock they put in front of the doorway there. Wonder how long this shift lasts. Does that have a sword? Ah, damn it, I did not think this through. So, I believe in angels and demons. I do. I believe in heaven and hell and everything, because it just seems like the easier way to go, logically. You know, like, if atheism's right, and if you die and nothing happens, I don't get any, there's not like a hell for atheism, you know? It's like, you were a believer, now you're gonna be dust too, fuck it. But if I am right, and we do all go to hell, it's like, you were a believer, here's all your hookers and blow. You were not a believer, now you're a hooker, get blown. Think exorcisms are funny? Exorcisms, you know, they call them up and it's like, my 18-year-old daughter is going crazy. It's just like, she's not possessed. What? Did Ryan Gosling not accept a friend request or something? I don't know. She's tied to the bed, screaming about cock. What's the address again? Oh, we'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there. Open the door, the fucking dresser flies across the room. Fuck! What the fuck is that? I told you we had to tie her down because she was attacking people. First of all, it's not what you said. Why does the devil always possess little girls, you know? Why do you go to the zoo once in a while? Satan gorilla? Seriously? Like, why has he not thought of that? Who's gonna beat Satan gorilla? Jesus tiger. That's who's gonna beat Satan gorilla. Paying attention, Hollywood? Satan gorilla, Jesus tiger. 2014. My body is a temple. So Noah was a grand man. He's the only guy that got to live. It's like, hey, Noah, you, your wife, two of every animal, everything else, wiping them out. Make an ark, buddy, because here comes the flood. He's like, aye, aye, Captain. He's a pretty shitty friend, though, wasn't he? Hey, Noah, what you working on, man? Don't worry about it, Steve. You know, the assholes come by, it's like, what are you making about? There's no water on here, asshole. It's getting pretty goddamn cloudy, isn't it? What does he mean? Really good. Sitting there hammering away, steps in some unicorn shit. Never again! My brother's a Marine, and I look like a big skinhead. And people always come up and they're like, hey, you former military, former Marine, former military, former Marine? I was like, no, I'm not, but I must look like kind of a badass for you to think I'm a former Marine.
Hoorah.
And I was sitting there eating cheese sticks, drinking beer one day. I was like, why do they always say former? Anyway, I am a drunk. I drink too fucking much. Every day I wake up, it's like the born identity. I don't fucking know who I am. Last thing I remember, I was fighting 2 cops. Got a bullet in my back. But anyway, Drunk Joe is a happy guy. Don't give a fuck about Future Joe. Drunk Joe is an asshole to Future Joe. Give me your money. No, dude. That sound like a question, bitch? We're drinking. I'm sorry. Eat this. There's no way. That is pizza and cake. There's a big way, fatty. Chow down. Told all your friends that you think they're an asshole. Why did you do that? Later on, I'm pissing in your bed. Go to sleep, motherfucker. I'm gonna go call your ex-girlfriend. All right, guys, I'm done. Let's go.
Keep it going for Joe Coughlin! He's not lying, he is a fucking drunk. That guy sleeps on my couch more than I do. That's real talk. The other day, my roommates were like, hey, who's that guy sleeping on the couch? It's like, huh? Like, there's a guy on the couch. I look at him, oh, that's just Joe. He's drunk again.
What's that?
It's partially my fault. I'm always like, let's do shots of bourbon. Is it good? You having fun? You having a good time? I just want to hear you woo again. Y'all ready to be next comedian? Next gentleman come to the stage is a good friend of mine. He's super hilarious. He has way better hair than I do. He told me to tell you all that he hopes you all attend his funeral. Put your hands together for Mr. Matt LeBoy!
Sounded way funny in my head. That was something a morbid, self-imposed intervention. Guys, I have a problem. Thanks for coming here to address that problem. Let's get through this together. For me, so it's almost Christmas now, which is good. This year I get to spend it with my family. Last year I didn't, and I'm terrible at keeping secrets, especially from myself. So I got it. What do you think about that one? I got a bunch of roofies and went online shopping. I know it sounds like a great idea. How could that possibly go wrong? Besides waking up in a pool of your own bodily fluids. I ordered 42 pounds of gummy bears. But I didn't have to pay shipping, so I'll go Amazon Prime. I think I came out on top. And with diabetes. I really want to go live abroad for an extended period of time. That way all the cool films I've seen in America suddenly become posh foreign films. Thank you. And sitting at a Parisian cafe. Oh, Mathieu, have you seen the latest epic by Jean-Claude Dupont? The chronicles the life of a coal miner whose father-in-law would not accept his wedding with his wife. No, Jean-Claude, that sounds really lame. Probably because it's French. You know what I did see? I saw a thrilling American tale about a minority family in the heartland in the southeast trying to make do with racism and all kinds of other atrocities. It's called Medea Goes to Jail 2. And the movies are pretty awesome unless you're deaf. The subtitles don't really do much for a film, especially the soundtrack. You have, say, Cherries to Fly. I think it's a movie. And there's this climactic emotional catharsis at the end. They're all running on the beach, and you're sitting there with your hearing abled friends, following along. Yeah, what are you saying? Okay, yeah, you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Wait. And then the music comes in. This thrilling orchestral. This man they hired to make the music, sat in a room for days, weeks even, made this beautiful song. Now your friends are here like, oh my God, this is beautiful. I don't know, why are you running? You're just running on the beach. It's nice. And because as a deaf person, all you get in the subtitles is boop boop. Just two little music notes to encapsulate this entire emotional stirring. And it's the same thing for every movie. Chariots of Fire, Jaws, Finding Nemo, Willy Wonka, boop boop. He's a guy running up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. What's going on? He's like, they're not very big steps. I've been to Philadelphia. That's not an achievement. Just not hearing stuff makes me smarter than everybody. And it's not that hard, though. We have already made advancements decades ahead of our time in sing-along technology. If you've ever watched anything as a 4-year-old, you have the bouncing ball. Can we not just do that for the deaf people? I didn't know. If you're offended because you used to be deaf, congratulations for one. Welcome back. I always see somebody try to explain to their deaf friend why that's offensive. Like, oh, it's because you sound really funny. You're kind of a dick. I don't have a lot of deaf friends. You know. If all this doesn't work out, all my dreams and aspirations are just going to become a one-armed bandit. Because I imagine I'll get caught. One of my first 2 crimes, I'm still learning the ropes. Say, we got him. Book him, cuff him. I'd be like, to what? I'm actually going to option out the rights to that joke for a film, but the American Association of Amputees was up in arms. Which actually takes a lot of planning on their part. You have to have an even number of people or it's not officially recognized. And you got to feel for them because they get confused all the time with AAA. And if all the people you want to come help you change a tire, it's two-handed activity. You can go hang out with a deaf guy and watch Chariots of Fire. It's okay. And I'm just going to do Joe's material. Yeah. No, I actually, despite everything I've said leading up to this point, I have a girlfriend. And I'm getting about 5 months now. It's going really well, actually. I really care about it. There's like two real reasons I know I love her. One is when I imagine her decrepitly old. It's not sad. Like most old people, they're just like a really angry scrotum. And it's yelling like, back in my day we hated everything! And we liked it! But with her, it's beautiful to think of somebody that awesome being alive for that long. And the second reason is the other day I was brushing my teeth, and she came up to pinch me on the bottom, the ass, as it were. And her hand bowling ball, and she just fingered me right in the butt. And that's what I learned about my instinctual rape response, which is to just collapse on the ground. Thusly removing my anus from the situation. But really, I mean, from the standpoint of a rapist, I can only imagine that, be like, well, you did half the work for me. Just turn over and get started. When she was standing there in her underwear, and she just looks at me and says, anytime, motherfucker. Just walks out of the back door. She's actually jealous because my booty walk is nicer than hers. Well, you know what? Practice makes perfect, so I work for what I have. No, actually, she's wonderful. She doesn't read Cosmopolitan. I read it the other day for research, just to see what I was supposed to be into. And there's this little tip they had. It's like, stimulate your boyfriend. You should tickle his genitals with a makeup brush. No amount of makeup is ever going to make that pretty, for one. Two, I've seen how expensive makeup is. Why would you ever dedicate that much, or that many resources to this ugly, just necessity? I mean, it's kind of like, it feels like an episode of CSI My Crotch, because it's like you're dusting for fingerprints. It's like, I'm going to find mine. I wish you'd find yours. Oh, there's another set of fingerprints? Maybe it's Maybelline. We found some samples of jerk chicken sauce on his genitals. Oh shit, I messed that up. It was Cajun sauce, because then it's jerk chicken. God damn it. I'm so sorry. You just ruined your evening. I don't like some animals. I don't think they're very relevant in today's society. Por ejemplo, if you go to the African savannah and you look about, you see shades of green, brown, some puddles of blue, and then occasionally you'll see vertical stripes and a mohawk! How has the zebra survived this long? They're not known for their combative abilities. They advertise bubblegum. What the hell? Scientists speculate that their camouflage serves to hide their numbers. Maybe a long time ago there was an animal that was easily susceptible to migraines. And now it's just like, here comes Mr. Lion. Yeah, I see some zebras. But yeah, maybe there's one, maybe there's 5, there could be 1,000 of us. I only need one. Whales also kind of suck. I feel like being a whale is just a lot like, it's like having a job that starts really early in the morning. And all the other fish are just like, hey, you want to go down and check out the coral reef? You're like, no, I gotta go up to the surface and breathe. I have all the benefits of being a fish except the part where you can survive in your habitat. Sucks being a whale. The, World War II. I think World War II would have been a little more fun if we had named battleships after famous authors instead of just politicians. Maybe the Germans would have had a little more fun with that when you're out in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, Captain, I see there's an American ship approaching us. What's this? Oh no, it's the USS Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, never mind, they sunk themselves. Don't worry. Yep, they're just bleeding on the deck. Oh no, it's the USS Jane Austen. Oh, don't worry, they're just crying. They're weeping openly. Oh look, it's the SS Emily Dickens. It seems everyone is hiding in the bridge, looking at us very intently. I don't think we have much to worry about from them. No. Captain, it's the USS Dr. Seuss. They brought an armada. I count 1 ship, 2 ship, red ship, blue ship! Yeah, come on! Guys, I'm down the board. Land on that one. Thank you so much for coming out.
Here we go, Remain aboard! Isn't he pretty? He's so pretty. God, I'm fat. He's pretty. It's hard for me to get women. Women always talk to me. They're like, you know, you're so nice. Oh, you're so awesome. You're such a great listener. I wish I could fuck the fat off you. What? What does that mean? You don't have that problem. Makes me sad. You ready for your next comment? See, I did that really low to see how you would react, and now I'm going to do it really high. Y'all ready for your next comment? This next gentleman comes on stage, a good friend of mine. He's here all the time. Like, he's super funny. He just kills me, and you're going to love him too. Please put your hands together for Mr. Wayne Cousins!
Yeah! Fuck yeah! Give it up for John Boy! He's hosting the shit out of this. Give it up for Friday! Yeah! We got ourselves a nice little winter wonderland in Columbia right now. Oh, it's wonderful. The high was 81 today. It was real nice sitting in front of that fan a minute ago in December. Yeah, the end of days is really funny, guys. I understand it, sure. But it's like, what are people gonna sing? Like, people can't even sing Baby It's Cold Outside when they want to rape somebody right now. Yeah, that song's pretty rapey in the wintertime. When it's warm outside, it's triple rapey. Alright? Yeah, it's in the triple grade rapey. Watch out, this is a zone 3 rape zone right here. Some guys singing Christmas songs, not even cold outside. I must go away, baby, it's pretty warm outside. I really can't stay, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that cold out there. Whatever the next line of the song is, all you need is a light jacket outside. None of this makes sense, just let me stay it in. That's what's good. You saw through the bullshit, okay? Commend you. Your mama raised you right. Oh, my Lord. So, apparently, there's a rule that, you know, some couples abide by to where if one of them is in a different area code from the other, it's okay to cheat, right? You know, have you heard about this rule? I was like, all right, well, your contribution is not needed. Really sort of a rhetorical question. Because basically I'm going to keep going on with my thoughts whether or not you've heard about it. And, you know, bonus, you just heard about it. So let's keep going down this road. So apparently everybody but one person has not heard about this damn rule where you can cheat if you're in a different area code. But I'm like, does that apply to life too? It's like, listen, I'm visiting my grandkids, and I think I'm gonna try heroin. I'm from Washington State, I'm in Rhode Island, and I think it's about time to start trying some real shit. Might even get my clit pierced. My old sagacious clit. That means it's wise. Maybe pop on over to the general store, pick up some taffy. Might do a bong load out of a chick's pussy. Different area codes. All of my family is going to see this on Facebook. Yeah, we're getting saucy. It's going to be a fun time. Oh, jeez. I love you, Missy. You are the best. For my job, I have to do a lot of cold calling people, telemarketing, or you know what I like to call it, stone cold call-in. There's little things to make it through the day, you know? But no, you know, I call a lot of people. I call mostly senior citizens, and you know, you're always going to get this person that you're trying to call. You're like, hey, where's Alvin? And they're like, oh, he passed away. You say, okay, that's fine, I'm sorry. I won't call back. You guys have a great day. But then some people really make you earn it, okay? They are not too pleased about their spouse not being on this earth anymore. I can understand that part, but this one lady went off on me, and judging by her reaction, I think it might have been fair to say that I killed her husband. I didn't remember killing her husband at any point, but I digress. This is what she said to me. She's like, y'all just call anybody you want, and you pester everybody, you don't care about nothing. She just hangs up the phone. It's like, okay, fine, you're a little upset. Life's done you a hard deal. But it's not like I'm behind every one of the phone calls you get. Why'd you go off on me, lady? I'm not sitting here making up aliases and funny stories. Ring, ring. Hi, yeah. Hey, yeah, is Alvin in? No, yeah, this is Corky. From Corky's Corn Dog Carnival. We're your one-stop shop for all your fun corn dog needs. 86 toppings, count them. You're not going to find that anywhere else at a corn dog place. So, I was just wondering where's Alvin? We haven't seen him in a little while. Oh, yeah, Alvin loves to come in, just get the biggest corn dog we got. We call it the Bigfoot. Not too original, but it does fine. It's easy to say, if you're like Stephen Hawking or somebody who loves corn dogs. He's always putting jalapenos on the dang things. And Jamie, the girl who works there, she's like, Alvin, you can't put no jalapenos on no corn dogs. And he's like, watch me. Oh, we have a great time. We have the greatest time. So I was wondering where he's been. We haven't seen him in a while. She's like, oh, I'm so, he passed away. I'm like, I know. Full circle. Talk to you soon. Oh, shit. She's like, oh. Later on that day, she calls her daughter Lisa. She calls her on the phone. She also calls her that because that's her name. It's not like her daughter's name is Shelly and she was like, hey, Lisa. She calls her daughter and she's like, Lisa, oh, that's horrible. They're calling me all day. They're asking for your father. I keep telling them he's passed away. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a bitch. And Lisa's like, what? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And they say, JK, it's me. Where's Alvin? I wish I could be a football referee for life. Think about it, guys. They get to throw a flag on the play for delay of game. All right? That's basically saying, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are making my job last longer than it has to. And you need to stop it. Imagine if you could do that in any job. I have these ladies that I work with that, by the way, you ever meet those people that they start talking to you like you already asked them a question? It's like, hey Wayne, how's it going? Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ugh, I got about 86 problems going on right now. And here is all of them. I don't really want you to like give feedback or talk or anything, I just want you to listen. Is that cool? Can you do that for a minute? And it's like, I just want to be able to be like, oh yeah, your son's not doing too well. Boom! Flag on the play. Conversation taking too long. I'd be like, conversation taking too long. Move back 5 sentences. Immediate turnover in topics. Thank y'all. I'm Wayne Cousins. Y'all have a good night.
Calling my grandma, just so. Sorry, my grandpa's name was Alvin. What the fuck? Woo! Man, that was awesome. I'm just like, yes. You're enjoying it. You're having such a good time. You are. What are you turning for Newcastle? I like Newcastle. It's good. Man.
Better when it's 3 a.m.
It is. We should talk to the owner about that. He's a dick. I own this place. We'll talk later. You having a good time? You having fun? Are you excited about your next comedian?
Yeah!
You better be, and I'll tell you why. This lady makes me laugh more than anyone else in the entire world. And that's even when I fuck up at really bad shit and make myself laugh. She's hilarious. Like, this girl, I love her to death. She makes these Fridays possible, and I can't do this without her. Please put your hands together for Miss Jen Snyder!
Thanks, y'all. Y'all are awesome. I love y'all. Give it up for yourselves. Without y'all, we're just a bunch of smartasses up here just getting off on our own lives, you know what I mean? So God bless y'all. Thank you for listening to us. You're like the best girlfriend ever. You know what I mean? I don't care how many problems they have. I just love them. I just love the hell out of them. Thanks. John, you're so well dressed, man. Give it up for your host, John Gibson. Who very rarely is more dressed up than me. I just went with a nice simple t-shirt. Yeah. Cause you know what? Like, I'm tired of people trying to like make you feel bad about stuff that doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about? All the time people try to do this. Like, and people are like, oh, you're overweight. You must hate yourself so much. No, bitch. I'm not fat because I hate me. I'm fat because I love me. I don't deny me nothing. And me wants a hot fudge sundae on top of a cupcake. Me gets a hot fudge sundae on top of a cupcake. I just love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a long time, the only thing I owned in the entire world was a scooter. And it didn't even work. But man, the days it did, those glorious days, I would just ride the hell out of my scooter, y'all. Because in a helmet, your shadow on the ground looks like a badass, okay? You look cool as hell in the sun. I would ride through a graveyard smoking a blunt on my scooter. You can't tell me that's not cool. I don't give a shit what you said. In my head, I'm like, riding through this world on your own. People think about you. It's all about what you think about you. If you're 10 feet tall in your mind, you're 10 feet tall in the world. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. Yes, stop. Be happy, y'all. Stop dating stupid people. I'm so tired of you straight people. I mean, gay people do it all the time too. Gay people do worse things, like we break up and then still live in the same house. That's some creepy shit. Even when my straight friends do that, I'm like, stop living your life like a gay person. I am ashamed of you right now. The only thing would have been worse is if, you know, your name was Jordan and her name was Jordan too. That is just, straight people don't do that shit. If your name's Stacy, don't marry no bitch named Stacy. Come on. That is like weird. But like, I hate people that date people, you know, that suck. Like every time their significant others out there, they're like, God, thank God that bitch left. I know I sleep in the bed next to her every night, but I relish every moment she leaves the room. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You know who I sleep with? Somebody who makes me Pop-Tarts after sex. I love that girl. That's my boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there ain't no better love than that. There's no better love than that. Somebody that just accepts you for the dumbass that you are, and they didn't give you a hard time about it. Like, that's love. Stop dating people that like pick apart your every little thing. Like, you ever dated somebody that closed out your tab? Somebody else decided when you was fucked up enough to go home. Like, I got mad at the bartender. I'm like, shit, that's not the name on that card. Did you check it on me? Shit, what do you mean my tab is closed? I'm still having fun. And you know you're dating somebody bad when your friends encourage you to just dish your significant other. Like, that's some bullshit, man. You want me to open a tab? You open up a tab right now. We'll stay here all night. Like, you gotta play games in your relationship. You gotta play games to keep it fresh. You gotta keep it tight. Like, I played this really fun game. It's called Shut the Fuck Up, the TV's on. It's not a fun game for my girlfriend, but it's a fun game to me. It's just like, baby, you're here all the time, every day. This show's 30 minutes, and then I gotta wait a whole nother week. Just. But she's the same way if damn Doctor Who or some Buffy the Vampire Slayer's on. I can't talk to that shit. I like to do things to show her I love her, like, I leave little notes to say I love you. Like in the shower, with the hair that she leaves. I thought that took a lot of thought. I had to left her on in the dust in the TV. I said, I love you. And she was like, if you had time to do that, you had time to clean it. Then how would you know I love you, bitch? You're not thinking ahead. You're not thinking about our future. That's what you gotta do. I'm just kidding. My girlfriend would kick my ass if I did any of this. I like when I say a joke like that because people look at her like, did you really do that? Do you make her Pop-Tarts? Does she like the Pop-Tarts? The good Pop-Tarts? They're pretty good Pop-Tarts. One time, the most fun game to play when you're in a relationship is pull the car over. I'm gonna walk. You play that game? That game's fun as shit. Everybody in here has either played that game. You've either been the person to pull over or you've been the motherfucker to walk. You know you have. And your girl's following behind you like, stop it, get back in the car. And you're like, no, bitch, I'm not getting back in that car with you. I don't care if my car was in Hawaii. I would walk, swim before I got back in the car with your fucking ass, bitch. I'm not getting back in the car with you. You ever have somebody leave you? I did, and a hateful bitch wasn't just satisfied to leave me on the side of the road. She had to pull over and give me some shit I had left in her car. So I'm walking down the street in the middle of the night with a book, a hoodie, and a teddy bear, looking like a damn literate pedophile. Like, come here, kids, I'll read your story. And the sad thing is that you're so pissed off, you start wishing that bad shit would happen to you. You're like, boy, I hope I get raped and murdered. That would teach that bitch. I hope I get hit by a car and paralyzed. I will wheel to every bar that bitch ever goes to. You did this to me. You know, you feel vindicated, and then about halfway through, you're tired and hot and sick of carrying this fucking teddy bear that you have for no reason. And I start to be like, okay, I swear to God, she comes back right now, I won't be mad. I got all the way, I could see my car, and I was like, I swear to God, she comes back right now, I won't be mad. Cause like, I know I'm fat, like I'm cool with it, but like, man, I hate physical activity. I hate people that talk about it. They're like, oh, dude, runner's high is one of the best things you've ever had. I'm like, yeah, have you had real high? You don't even have to go nowhere. You just sit on your couch and use a lighter. It's really fucking awesome. Like, my dad was like, runner's high is like, you know, you're running, and then you just hit this point where you feel like you could run forever. I was like, that's the shittiest thing I've ever heard. That's like, man, have you ever had dishwashers high? You just wash your dishes and wash your dishes, and you just feel like you can wash dishes forever. Ah! That sounds shitty, man. I hate when people try to pass off shitty things and make them sound cool. Like people, like Christians are always like, you're not gonna go to heaven, you're not gonna go. Is it full of people like you? All right, well, I'm really cool then. This is not a problem. Like every really uptight right-wing Christian I ever met is like, you're going to hell. I'm like, that is fine. Do not want to hang out with you white bread cracker motherfuckers for the rest of my life. Have you had the pate? It's lovely. Oh, there's Sarah Palin. Oh, let's get her on top. I doubt she'd get into heaven, that fucking whore. Anyways, I'm excited about gay hell. I can't wait to get to gay hell. Are you kidding me? Bitch. I'm gonna be like the most popular bitch in gay hell. I'm gonna get to the maitre d' and I'm like, excuse me, can you tell me we're gay? Hold on, I hear it in the background. It's a random man. And the glitter cannons go off and you just walk down this long hallway full of gay guys in that leather cross thing. They're just like dancing. And you get into your own private gay hell, because everybody's got their own gay hell, and I'll explain mine to you. All right, my gay hell is full of bitches that look just like me. It's so gross. I'm glad to be me, because like straight girls are like walk into a room with other straight girls and are like, oh, she's prettier than me. No, I don't feel like that. I want you all to be prettier than me. I'm so glad that y'all are prettier than me. That's what my life, that's who I want. But anyways, a lot of bitches that look like me, and a bunch of gay boys, because, you know, they're just there for you know, atmosphere. And then, I'm sorry, they just make the room. And then there's one really hot straight bitch, because it's her hell too. And we can only drink one thing in hell. They only serve one cocktail in hell, and that's an apple martini. And we just spend the rest of our lives like buying apple martinis and trying to ply this one straight bitch to sleep with us. But I got a backup plan for that, man. I'm just gonna chase around one of them little gay bottom boys until I get me one. They're Nelly, they're like girls, they'll be beautiful. Don't even worry about it. I like to get high. Does anybody like to get high? Yeah. Is there any cops in here? tell me if you're a cop. Oh, damn, that guy was out smoking a bowl in front of earlier. I realized the other day that I smoked too much weed because I was driving in my car smoking. This is bad. But I was driving in my car smoking and I dropped my bag in the seat. And I was like reaching around for my bag. And I found what I thought was my bag. And I pulled out, I was like, ooh, this weed's kind of hard and crusty, but ooh, good. Anyway, I packed it up in the bowl and I hit the lighter with it and it was like oatmeal cookie. Yeah, I had taken some oatmeal cookie that I had from Zoe's and I had put it in my bowl and I was smoking oatmeal cookie. I'm just like a stoner lesbian cookie monster. Like, this is how it starts. Cookies in a bowl, y'all. My name's Jen Snyder. Thank y'all so much. John Gibson, everybody. Here you go, Jen Snyder.
God, if you were straight, I would marry you. You're so amazing. You're so awesome. Tonight's been fun, right, guys? Fun, get some food, get some drinks, y'all having a good time? Hey, let's all cheer for Trip behind the bar, working his ass off. Y'all ready for your headliner tonight? Your headliner is on his Dork for Life tour, and he's traveled all the way down here from Knoxville, Tennessee, to bless us with his presence. Please put your hands together for Mr. Matt Ward!
All right, folks, let's check each other's ID. Let's make sure our voters' registration cards are valid. Make sure that you're rubbing your neighbor's shoulders. Make sure your neighbor isn't cutting your grass. Make sure the grass is full in the bag of weed that belongs to your wife. Make sure your wife smokes that weed before you get in that argument. Make sure that argument changes your marriage and makes it better. Make sure that you're better every day of your life. And make sure that your life is full of sunshine. When it's sunny outside, wear sunscreen. Make sure that you don't go anywhere without your keys. So I'm single and looking for a way to tell my wife. I was thinking over at Facebook, relationship status update is in order.
Oh.
Because that's the way we do it. So I'm going to log into her Facebook when she's at work tomorrow. And I'm going to change her relationship status to it's complicated. And I'm going to change my profile picture to a picture of me that I've clearly photoshopped her out of. And then when she starts getting crazy messages from her relatives, I'm going to respond to them all for her. With, I think it's time you mind your own fucking business. I'm going to go back to my Facebook profile, change it to single, go back to hers, change it to single, and then write down the name of every motherfucker that likes that status update. Because really this is just a long ploy to find out who wants to fuck my wife. Get to the bottom of things. And when she gets home from work all pissed off, like, why am I getting all these fucking crazy phone calls from my sister and text messages from all these people? I said, it's complicated. Right, feeling it. You guys are on fire. Yeah. They cranked it out tonight, didn't they? Give a round of applause for everybody. Be a total fucking dickbag to fuck up the energy these guys created tonight. So let's do that, shall we? I haven't slept much since 1987 thanks to Gloria Estefan. Because I know, somewhere, somehow, the rhythm is going to get me. shit for the longest time. So recently I saw a video of Nicki Minaj on YouTube, and I thought, oh, that's all that happens when the rhythm gets you. You just end up looking like what Japanese people think black people look like. That's not so bad. I think the manliest thing ever would be to drink wild turkey while hunting wild turkeys with a knife. Least manly thing ever would be to drink Grey Goose. Period. Don't do that. So apparently finders, keepers, losers, weepers doesn't apply to social security numbers. A cutesy rhyme for identity theft, folks. Not even a haiku. So I wrote a haiku about identity theft. Would you like to hear it? I am now you, your credit now mine. Jewelry and cash flow freely. For the win, cha-ching! I have another one for you. This is called thespian. If you're a thespian, you practice the art of theater. If you're an equestrian, you practice the art of horse riding. If you're a lesbian, you prefer the lady parts. If you're a pedestrian, you get around on foot. If you're a thespian, equestrian, lesbian, pedestrian, well, you live in Asheville, North Carolina. You ride a unicycle. Occasionally play rugby. And we were both really drunk one night. We had straight sex. So in case you haven't already noticed, I'm a dork. That's why this tour. This is a Dork for Life comedy tour. I've always been a dork. Never really fit in. It's okay. I'm alright with it now. Then I'm older. I've embraced my inner dork. I'm cool with it. When I was younger, I would do things to try to woo the ladies that didn't work. Like when I was in my car driving along and I'd see some hot girls pull up to a stoplight. I'd start to pull up next to them. I'd put on a song I thought they liked, turn it up really loud, roll the windows down slowly, pull up to the light next to them, look over and be like, what's up? Nothing, they just drive off. Now it's a little different because I've embraced my inner dork, so I don't give a shit what the outcome of this is, besides personal entertainment. So I see that same car full of hot girls pull up to the light. I pull up next to them in my Honda Odyssey. I put on the Ghostbusters theme song. Roll the window down very slowly and turn it up. Right at the chorus, just looked at him and go, Boston makes me feel good, and just drive off. Now I like to go to the mall just to make teenagers uncomfortable. Whatever it says on the ass of their fucking sweatpants, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just walking around going, juicy, 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 Tara, cheer. Until they realize that's what's on their ass, and then they call security. I'm okay. I feel like I'm really going to enjoy being elderly. I'm going to enjoy being an old person because I think highly of old people. I think old people are the coolest people in the world because they don't give a shit. They know what they like, and other than that, you can go fuck itself. They don't indifferent, and that's cool. There's nothing cooler than being completely fucking indifferent. That's just the way it is. And I want to be that old person that's completely indifferent. We're about to have the coolest generation of old people ever. First of all, do you know why old people are so cool? This is proof that they're cool. Hipsters dress like old people. Suspenders, old-timey cap. If you look at a fucking record collection, there's ragtime. They can't wait to be old either. But we're about to have the greatest generation of elderly people ever because we're going to have the first generation of elderly people that have tattoos unrelated to military service. Nothing about the Korean War or Vietnam. This tattoo was me after a lot of LSD. It was a logo. I made a logo for myself. and it had a Hawkeye. What the fuck was I doing? I don't know, but those stories are going to be way more interesting than the ones about World War II. I'm sorry. Look, Henry Rollins is 52 years old. Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols is 57 years old. Hell yeah, we're about to have the best generation of old people ever. Could you imagine like being a grandchild of Henry Rollins and getting to hear his stories? Like, Grandpa, tell me a story. Well, one night, I was pissed drunk at CBGB's and this fucking asshole kept spitting on me from the front row and taking his fucking teeth out. Sleep tight. I can't wait for that. I made a mistake on this tour. I've been trying to like keep my costs low, so I eat stuff that I get from the grocery store, or just try to eat canned food like tuna and sardines and nasty shit. I had the brilliant idea of getting canned oysters. Here's the worst part about that. I was in the fucking Gulf. I was driving along 10 from New Orleans, and I didn't want to stop and get, I just fucking got them at Walmart out of a can. Disgusting. And then, in Tallahassee, when I'm eating them, I decide to eat them before the show. So I'm literally sitting at the back of my Honda CR-V, eating these out of a can with a fucking fork, and a homeless guy comes up to me to panhandle me, and he sees me eating these, and he's like, oh, okay, never mind. It's just cool, man. He like immediately changed what he was gonna ask for. He's just like, can I have like 10 cents? I'm like, no, I'm eating fucking oysters out of a can. This is clearly not like 10-cent territory. This is me saying, oh, fresh oysters are going to be $8.99. The canned ones are, I save $8 I can use later for gas and or some pot. I don't know what I would use it for. Stupid shit. I'm okay with some parts of being a dork. I want to be a dirty old man because it seems like they have the most advantage of it. It's like old men can just be perverted and creepy, and you just think they're talking to themselves. That's what I want to do. I mean, just creeping people out. I have a marketing degree, so that's why I do comedy. I have a bachelor's in marketing. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to, with this look, I'm not going to be able to do any sales seminars. Okay, guys, here's my quick version of a sales seminar if I were leading it. All right, listen, here's the thing. Don't worry about your fucking quota. Your quota can go fuck itself. Take care of that customer. Take care of that customer. Remember that old guy that you wouldn't talk to for 10 minutes? Talk to him for 20 minutes. He may have fucking relatives that want to buy shit. You never know. Smoke weed with him. I don't give a shit. Don't tell me about it. Just smoke it. Don't tell me about it. Smoke weed with him. If he offers smoke weed, because you're going to get the same. You're going to get the same. Almost went back for more. But anyway, the marketing degree has helped me with certain things like just promoting shows, coming up with nifty names like the Dork for Life tour, because I have no fucking credits of television, so why the fuck else would you be here? So I have to market myself. But you need to realize one thing that's important. The name of whatever business that you want to have is the most important thing. The second most important thing is the domain name has to be available. Those are two real things, okay? You need the .com, not the .biz or .info. Don't be an asshole. Okay? When you say .info to someone, they're like, oh, so your business has $20 in capital. You obviously just went. But here's a list of domain names that are available that you can purchase tomorrow and turn it into your own profitable business. Here's the first one, assholedonut.com. Asshole Donut. I know what you're thinking, Matt, that doesn't sound very appetizing. What kind of business could that be? What Asshole Donut is a company that manufactures and sells replica fake foam spare tires. So you can buy them for all your friends and replace their real spare tire with an asshole donut. Because you're an asshole and they no longer have a donut. You all want one, right the fuck now. You're gonna be like, and when you finally do put it in, you're gonna be overselling like them leaving and you're gonna be like, hey, you going on a long trip tomorrow? Hey, I'll have my our phone on the whole time, dude. If anything goes wrong, if anything goes bad, just don't be the asshole that spikes their tire. That's taking it too far. Also available, and I don't know why this isn't already a restaurant. It would be the most successful restaurant of its kind, breakfastpimp.com. The Breakfast Pimp, because who would not go wash away a hangover with a delicious greasy food from Breakfast Pimp? Sounds delicious. And then this one, I don't know why this is not this is currently available. Turdpolish.com is available, $10. You can have it tomorrow. And the neat thing about that one, dual purpose, it's also Turd Polish. They're spelled the same. So it could either be for that relative of yours that's kind of a turd in a Polak, or it could be for that marketing company that solely works with companies that have really shitty products and services. They just have to polish the turd. And we also have modestmice.com, which is clearly a Modest Mouse fan site. Okay. And then I got really stoned and my list kind of degraded from there. These are available, but there's no applicable business use, I don't think. CaptainManhands.com is available. Ladies, you know which friend has the man hand, so you need to buy that domain and redirect it to their Facebook page. Or a picture that you've tagged their man hands. Okay. And then this one is available, and it just makes me think of a Beach Boys song, TrampStampSafari.com. I think there's some tranquilizer darts involved in that one. Tramp Stamp Safari. Everyone's surfing now on the Tramp Stamp Safari. Okay. And then my favorite domain name of all time, rigamortistortoise.com. Should never leave your brain. It sounds like something, it's like Rigamortis tortoise, Rigamortis tortoise, Rigamortis tortoise, and then this fucking dead zombie fucking turtle shows up and just fucking crawls across the floor and kills everyone in the room. Okay. So just summoned the Rigamortis tortoise. And of course the Rigamortis tortoise is going to be my smash hit chain of pubs, the Rigamortis tortoise, and the logo is just going to be a turtle on his back with his little legs. That's what that is. Oh, we're on board, and I got cotton chops. The other white meat. Okay. So obviously I'm a stoner. I think we've all figured that out by now. It's okay. I mean, I get cotton chops, I get, this is the most negative effects I have from smoking pot. This is, just to sum it up. Some people get paranoid, I don't get paranoid. I just do dumb shit. Like, I walk up to my house with my keys, and I'll try to use the unlock key fob to unlock my house. Or I'll do this is also, most of them involve my keys. I don't know why they're I'll lock my car, like I'll remember to lock my car, but I'll remember when I'm just far enough away that it doesn't work anymore, and then I'll just be like, did it lock? I can't hear it. I didn't, and then I'll move closer, still like, just hitting the button repeatedly, and I'll get close enough and it'll go, click, click, honk, 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 I'm like, fuck. Great, now every fucking criminal in the area, because I'm high, I think nowadays I have nice stuff in my car. I clearly overlocked it. But I don't buy into stoner myths. I may smoke pot every day, but I don't buy into stoner myths like pot doesn't kill brain cells. One of my friends tells me that all the time. Pot doesn't kill brain cells, man. It's the alcohol you're drinking that's killing your brain cells. Really? Because we just did a 3-liter gravity bong hit, and neither of us are talking right now. You're just going... The same friend that tells me that often loses his keys in his hand. Or his phone in his hand. Dude, have you seen my keys? Yeah. He's the guy that, like, when he loses his phone, he says it, and you see him search for it. Like, he's on the phone, talking on his phone. Oh, man, but he fuck, man. Fuck did I put my phone? I heard this. This made me so happy inside. He was walking around. I clearly saw that he was talking on the phone that he had thought he lost. and I hear his mom on the phone go, "Honey, do you have 2 phones?" I was like, that, I don't even need to say anything. His moms know how to politely make you feel like the dumbest human being in the world. And I wanted to just drive to her house and give her a high five, but she would have not known why it was being given to her. But they also tell me things like pot doesn't kill, or excuse me, they also tell me things like pot makes everything better, makes music better, makes movies better, makes food better. Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. Here's one thing smoking pot does not make better: being arrested. The possession of marijuana does not make that any better. But I don't think all drugs should be legal. Do you guys think that all drugs should just be legalized? No. Meth should never be legal. Any drug that ages you 25 years and 15 minutes, probably not the best. If you're trying to, you got the workforce. I think they invented it. I think it was an Asian thing. That's where meth came from. Have you ever seen the Faces of Meth, the website that shows the progressive pictures of someone that's all high? Like, it looks always like an outstanding person at first, like a cheerleader or something like that. 6 months down the road, they just look really tired. A year down the road, they look like they've lost some weight and got beat up recently. And then a year and a half go down, and they just look like fucking Gollum. Like, something happens between month 12 and month 18 that's real brutal. Like, real bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they get more money for more meth, or if they just say, nah, food wasn't important anymore. I'm so sick of how the chewing made me feel. It's because you have 5 teeth. Literally, they look like a hobbit that got a hold of the ring of Sauron and just won't stop putting it on. Their hair's all thinned out. Their eyes are bugged out but sunk in at the same time. Their jaws are all sunk in like like the old man from fucking Family Guy. Hey, Sean, he looks like that. I've never seen anybody smoke meth, but I would just imagine this would be what it would be like if I saw a person just be like, oh my God. Relax it. Give it to me. We must take this from them. We can't take it from them. That's our friends. No, we must take it. Take the pseudo. Where's the pseudo? We don't take the permission. Two things about the Gollum impression you need to know. Number one, permanently eliminated birthday party work for me. I guess I shouldn't have posted that one online. Second of all, it comes in handy in other times in life. Like, if you ever take a girl home from the bar because you're shit-faced and you sober up enough when you get home and realize you don't want to do this. Perfect time for the Gollum impression. But you gotta wait for a key moment. Don't blow it. Like she's going for the bell. She's like, oh, hey, let's do this. She gets too loose. Go, this is going to be so good. Unless she's a Lord of the Rings fan, then you're fucked. You're in for the longest creepy blowjob of your life. She's gonna be like, was that a Gollum impression? That was amazing. Do you want to hear my impression of a Urukai? Mantis. So I made a mistake the other day of going to Waffle House a little high and tried to order pancakes. So they don't carry. Server looked at me like the stupidest human being that ever lived and said, "We don't serve pancakes. We never serve pancakes, sir." And I was like, I'm embarrassed. Because at that moment in time, I was less intelligent than a Waffle House employee. Not even a Waffle House employee wants to be less intelligent than a Waffle House employee, okay? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. So I got up to leave, and there's 2 girls starting to fight at the front door. One girl says to the other girl, "You don't know me, bitch." And ladies know this, when one girl says that to another girl, they're about to fight. Like men. And also, you know what "you don't know me" means? It means the girls that do know her also want to fight her. So they start to throw down, I stepped around, I left. I went to the International House of Pancakes, and I ordered some fucking waffles. Because at IHOP they serve pancakes and waffles. Here's one thing they don't have at IHOP: Juggalo girl fights. They are not down with the clown with their head. Here's the thing. Do you know what the male equivalent of the phrase "you don't know me" is? Dude, I'm a grown-ass man. Whenever your male friends say, "Dude, I'm a grown-ass man," whatever they just fucking said or did was the exact opposite of the behavior of a grown-ass man. It is never like, "Oh, dude, I can't fit in those tiny children's pajamas. I'm a grown-ass man." That would make sense. It's usually something like, "I ain't gonna pay that bitch fucking child support. I'm a grown-ass man." You're not. You're a horrible human being, which means your sperm works, because that just seems to be the way it is. Go fuck yourself. You're a terrible person. I think Waffle House could be a little bit more honest about their slogan, more direct about just their name, just cut to the chase. First of all, they serve all kinds of breakfast items. They serve eggs, they serve omelets, they serve sausage. It's just breakfast. And it's not a house, it's more like a trailer. So let's just call the place what it is: breakfast trailer. And we play Kid Rock 24 hours a day. And the only ironic thing that's ever happened here is Kid Rock got in a fight with a Kid Rock fan while a Kid Rock song was playing in a Waffle House. And then a wormhole opened, and I got to meet Doctor Who. Which doctor? I don't know. All of them. Dr. Dre, was that one of them? I don't know. Roger Moore? No. Okay. I made the mistake. I don't know anything about Doctor Who. I'm sorry. That's part of being a dork. I'm not a nerd. Nerds have specific knowledge, deep knowledge. They can tell you like 12 episodes back what happened in whatever series it is that they're into. The dork just superficial knowledge. I know a little bit about a lot, but not a lot about anything. I made the mistake of buying a Doctor Who shirt at a thrift store without any knowledge of Doctor Who. Holy shit, was that a bad idea? Because literally the first person that saw me that was really into Doctor, "Who's your favorite Doctor?" I'm like, "Pepper." I don't know. It was a dollar. It was a dollar. No, don't stab me. I don't know what an electronic screwdriver is. Get away from me. Get away from me with that thing. That wand of danger. House. I feel like I'm going to get sued by Waffle House. So I'm going to come up with a character. He's just going to be, just for you guys, just for tonight. He's only appeared one time ever, and that was on my podcast a year ago. This is Perry the Label Guy. He's Larry the Cable Guy's cousin. All right, Perry the Label Guy here with Waffle House. All right, I'm going to teach you guys. This is Perry the Label Guy. I'm going to tell you some slogans. Take one slogans for Waffle House. All right. Waffle House, we don't have condoms, so quit asking. All right. Waffle House, she's pregnant, ain't she? All right. That's all I got for Larry the Label Guy. Everybody. Larry the Label Guy. Birds are my favorite animal to hit with my car. Least favorite animal to hit with my car, Tiffany Perkins. Her parents were attorneys. So she was kind of a beast. Everybody felt sorry for Tiffany Perkins. There isn't a Tiffany Perkins in here, is there? That'd be weird. Kind of spectacular, but weird. To tell you a little bit more about me, when I'm having sex with my lady, I like to yell out, "Spoiler alert!" and then immediately come. So I'm single. I want to tell you something else. There is nothing creepier than shaped pussy in 1973. Just imagine being the guy that discovered that new trend. Everybody else had bush. He goes down and the girl is like, "Whoa! What the fuck?" I thought you were 18. The other one's even worse. Want to hear the other back end punchline of that never works? Okay, here it is. I didn't even know you had cancer. Maybe that's why I can't do kids. They say bigger is better. Ladies, do you agree bigger is better? Here's a perfect example when that's not true. Vagina. Nobody wants a big vagina, guys. Unless you're a baby trying to be born. After that big pussy depreciates like a car being driven. Oh, everybody got a visual on that one. Drink me some water. Spill it on my paper. I go down. Feeling lots. Okay. Eating some Mexico, going straight down. I'm gonna get a new tattoo right here of a herpes outbreak. That's just shave it all off. I'm not sure how I would get the tattoo. I don't think they would have just a screen laying around of that. So I might actually have to get herpes and have an outbreak first, and that sounds like a lot of work. So I'll just abandon that idea. That's gross. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna do that. It's disgusting. What I do want to do though is I want to pluck out all my pubes and treat them like an old lady does her eyebrows and just pencil them back in. See, I was smart for a while and then I just dove right to the fucking stupidity. Let's just two-arm dive into that. That way my dick just looks surprised. See, no old lady ever just casually draws their eyebrows back in. It's always like a complete 90-degree angle, like a fucking jack-o'-lantern. Oh, Grandma Lantern! Welcome to Shoney's. That's where you guys eat with your grandma, Shoney's. That's where it's a safe place to go. You don't have to worry about any sushi being on the menu or anything crazy. So I was thinking about getting a safe for my house. I bought a house not too long ago. And I started pricing safes on the internet. I found out they're like $200 or $300 for a good safe. And I only had $38 to put in the safe. So I was like, that's not gonna work. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So instead I went to an adult bookstore and just got a big black dildo. And I hollowed it out. And I just stuck the remaining $16 back up that dildo. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a wise choice. Because motherfuckers are gonna break into your house looking for a safe. They're not gonna break into your house and go rifling through your dildos. There it is. And if they do, they deserve that $16. You earned it, like a video game, sir. Do not leave the dildo behind. That would just be creepy. I don't know what happened in the meantime. It's fun though. The thing about the black dildo safe is you wouldn't even have to hide it. You can just leave it on the counter. Your friends come over, they're weirded out a little bit, but it's like the black dildo white elephant in the room. They just gotta talk about it. One of my friends said, why's it gotta be a big black dildo? What's that all about? Well, let's be honest, if it was a little white dildo, it'd probably get thrown away. It's not gonna hold anything either. It's not useful for anyone ever. Unless it's just a prank toy. You're like, oh, look how cute that could be. Yeah. I drink my water strange, but I don't know. Yeah. So I grew up in the country. One of the things about growing up in the country, as many of you have, is you get to experience cat fights, which only happen at 3 a.m. outside your bedroom window. That's the only place cats go to throw down. You're in the middle of a sweet dream in REM mode, and all of a sudden into it bleeds. Sounds like one of those Halloween CDs you get to scare the neighbor kids, playing it from your porch on the boombox. You got the cauldron with the dry ice in it so they won't reach in there to grab their candy, so you end up eating all of it and become a fat ass. In the middle of your dream, it just becomes a jihad. One blow. One kitty cat strike after 25 minutes of build-up. And you're still asleep barely. And it starts over on the other side. What if humans fought that way? Like cats. You're walking down the street, some dude just shoulder checks you. You're like, sorry man, excuse me. No, fuck you, dude. Make way. Oh, you want to fight? Yeah, man. Throw the first punch. Oh, yeah? Okay. Did you see that? I knocked him into the fucking ceiling. No, I got my ass kicked. That did not work at all. It did not work. 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 So I think Amber Alerts could be a little more effective if they lied or embellished a little bit during the Amber Alert. You know, to get people's attention, because they're not paying attention anymore. They're like, I can't remember what that kid is. So we need to get their attention, so this is how we do it. 14-year-old Becky Jones, last seen December 16th. She was wearing a brown jacket. She was seen in a blue sedan. She was carrying a backpack with 4.5 pounds of marijuana in it. I'd find that little bitch 24 hours. And she'd be well fed because I'd be dropping her off at the International House of Pancakes and ordering her some fucking waffles. Hey guys, I have a little thing with stuff and on a table with a thing, and you can just take CDs if you want. If you have anything to donate, please do. Take stickers that say support live comedy most of all and plaster them all over the time. Big wellness reception I've had on this entire tour. This is show 13, and you guys were the best show of my life. Thank you very much. See you later.
Guys, I'd like to thank everybody that came to the stage tonight. Joe Coughlin, Matt Laborde, Wayne Cousins, and Jen Snyder. And please, one more time for Mr. Matt Ward! Every Friday we do this, we have a blast, we have a feature show. Keep coming back, buy some drinks, tip your bartender, have a good evening.